Weather Extra.
Welcome to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm Chief Meteorologist John Robinson. Over the next half hour, we'll give you information to be prepared for severe weather, including the research conducted here at Texas Tech to improve safety nationwide. Plus, as our region has already seen in recent months, the deadly threat posed by wildfires. First, though, we're going to begin a look at the Matador tornado. Unfortunately, it ended a decades-long streak where our area had not seen a killer tornado. I was there the day after the tornado hit, and I recently traveled to the community to see where things stand now. It was June 21st of a year ago when an EF3 tornado roared into the western half of Matador, taking the lives of 4 people, causing extensive damage. In fact, we're standing in the path of that tornado as you look back towards the main highway going towards downtown Matador. The storm traveled through this region in that evening hour. Well, along with the damage, we've got some recovery taking place now, and I'm going to update you on that as we look at things in Matador.
I had about a 30-second warning before it actually hit. When I got a phone call, they thought it was still 3 miles out of town, but you couldn't see the tornado hardly. It was rain wrapped, you couldn't see it, so I tried to get out the back door, and I opened the door and I couldn't hardly see anything but debris. So the door blew off the hinges, the frame and everything, and blew me back into the building. And I hit the refrigerator that was back behind me, busted all the glass out of it, and then I just landed on the floor right beside one of the girls, and we just talked to each other for the next 20 seconds. And then got up and hugged.
When I arrived in Matador, it was a stark contrast to the controlled chaos of June 22nd, 2023. That day, police, sheriff, and DPS vehicles lined Highway 70 near the point where the tornado moved through the western side of the town. There were piles of debris of former homes and businesses, including that of Pat Smith, Matador's mayor and business owner. He lost his restaurant, hotel, and RV park. Pat was also seriously injured when the tornado hit his restaurant.
Like I say, all the top was gone. All the windows were out. There was, believe it or not, still stuff on tables in here. It was crazy. And me and a couple of girls were still in the back trying to get out the back door, but we couldn't get out, so we just laid on the floor and waited for it to be over with. But it was over in just a few seconds. It didn't take long, but in 20 seconds, you know, we'd lost just about everything out here.
In the 9 months since I visited, the restaurant is almost complete. It's been rebuilt from the ground up, and Pat hopes to reopen before June 21st of 2024. He wants that first meal to be for all of the community and surrounding friends that have helped him physically and financially in what will be the only restaurant within 30 miles of Matador.
All of the west side of the intersection, a lot of the houses were destroyed or severely damaged all through town. There's some rebuilding going on. We have several people that have started the rebuilding process. A friend of mine up here, Anthony Boyd, Brent Marshall, he's got his barn back up. And then on the south end, there's a couple of places that are about ready to start rebuilding, and a bunch of them have got the lots cleared off, ready to start.
Notice, to the north of Highway 70, the barren and broken trees and debris from the tornado as it continued on a 9-mile track, demolishing homes and taking 2 more lives, including that of longtime resident Joe Etta Bumgardner. This thunderstorm is just north of Matador, so I need folks in that area. You need to be seeking shelter now. We had a report and some video of a tornado north of Matador. On my visit, I was able to speak with one of the tornado survivors. He was trapped in his cellar for almost 2 hours and was shocked when he came out and saw the loss of his home and possessions. We're in what's going to be the garage of Anthony Boyd's home. A cellar saved his life. This is Anthony Boyd. You moved out here from California. You probably never thought you'd be in a tornado.
Right. Yeah.
Anthony Boyd was on his way home from Lubbock when he heard about the tornado warning. Once he was home, he noticed the winds decrease and everything became calm. It was then he realized this was serious and headed for shelter.
So down in there, you know, it took me a few minutes to kind of regain composure, and I pushed up on the door, and it opens, you know, like this, and it wouldn't budge. And so I made a few calls. I called family and I called people in town. I said, hey, you know, I'm stuck in my basement. But by hand, they couldn't dig me out. There was concrete and stuff on top of the, you know, brick wall had fallen over. And so it took them about 90 minutes, you know.
Really?
And I told them no rush because there were people hurt, you know, and I was fine. And so, but yeah, once they dug me out, the whole time I was down there, I was thinking, okay, well, how bad is the damage? I know there's some because I'm stuck down here, but I have no idea. And so I saw some news reports, okay, there's a tornado, you know, it damaged some things, but I had no idea what was left for me up there. All I had, luckily I had my phone and my wallet, you know, but that's it. And so I figured, oh, well, maybe the roof's damaged a little bit, you know, there might be some leaks I have to fix, you know, I figured, okay, well, there must be some damage to the wall if there's something on top of this door, but I was not prepared at all.
Now he's in the process of building a new home, which will have a new cellar in the house. He's from California, and I asked him why he moved to Matador from there. Listen to his ironic answer.
It was really the weather, and so I'm medically retired military, but the weather is nice out here. It's not perfect. It's not San Diego, you know. My family told me, you know, why would you move out there? They have tornadoes and things, and I said the chance of getting hit by a tornado is so low, you know. And so, but here we are.
It's been a slow and steady rebuilding process as Pat, Anthony, and other residents look forward to normal in Matador.
The city's doing great, the town's doing good, the people in town have just really been really good about helping out.
That was something evident right after the tornado hit, and even more clear than when the sun came up in the days that followed. There was a lot of help from Matador, Motley County, and from across the South Plains.